Today we have another video review. So this one is, I'm hoping, going to help you guys out a little bit better. This is a budget action camera we picked up off of Amazon. This thing comes in right around that $50 mark. Pulling it up right now so we can take a look at some of the specs here. It is 1080p video quality. We're going to see how well it works. I can't talk today, it's still early, so there's always that. So I'm pretty sure this is like a 1080p, 30 frames per second, 720p, 60 frames per second, etc. But I'll put the link down to the product itself, to Amazon, so you guys can see here. Like I said, $49.99. I did not expect it to come in a case, to be honest with you. I was a little shocked that it came in a case like this. But let's open it up and see what you get for $50 and see how well the quality is for that price point. So let's go take a look here. So there's a ton of accessories in here. We've got an instruction book with the camera and its case out itself. So it looks like it's off the GoPro mount setup, which is good. Accessories galore. Extension pieces, angle pieces. So that one looks like it's a giant hat clip. There's battery, standard GoPro mount, handlebar mount, swivel mounts. So this one looks like it is a mount for a tripod, so you can slip the camera in and then mount it right to the tripod, which I'm assuming this big one slides into there too. So I'll show you guys the big hat clip setup. So big hat clip setup. Looks like you can slide it right in. There we go. And then we got our screws for the mount itself, and then it looks like the camera will slide just right into the base. So a ton of accessories so far. Let's go see what else is in here. We're going to put these back there so we know which one it is. So there's more stuff up on the top of the pouch. Got a charging cable, some sticky base mounts, another back plate. What else we got up in here? Lens cleaning cloth, some Velcro wrist straps, zip ties, extra 3M adhesive pads, a cable tie. So there is a ton of stuff for $50. Now, I'm hoping that $50 is more representative of the camera's value itself instead of all these extra accessories and parts, and because I don't want, all these extra accessories and parts don't really do much if the camera quality is horrible and you never want to use it. So I'm going to hope here that the camera quality is actually pretty good. Let's get all this stuff at least tossed back in here for now and out of the way. Okay, so extra battery, because there should be a battery in there, I hope already. We should have 2 batteries. Instruction manual. Let's go see. So a bunch of different straps. It just goes over all the features, accessories, product features. Let's see. Not in English. Water resistant casings that allow you to film fascinating water sports. Water resistant up to 30 meters underwater. High definition screen display. Detachable battery that is easy to replace, so we got the extra battery. Video recording while charging, which is nice. Video recording with battery, which I would hope so. 12 megapixel HD wide angle lens, HDMI HD output, web camera feature, support storage cards up to 32 gigabyte. So not the most I would like to use. I use standard of a 64 on average. Record it in an MOV format. I would prefer an MP4 format, but it is what it is. Multiple photo shooting mode, single shot, snapper, video encryption enabled, mini appearance, diverse colors available. Alright, so operation instructions. Everything should be pretty much straightforward. So 1080p at 30 frames per second, 720p at 60 frames per second. It does 848 by 480, so standard like video input. You know, that's just the standard stuff there. Let's pull this thing out of the case. Take a look at it. So you know, standard GoPro-esque style case. Let's open this bad boy up. Little button on to the side, slide it over, pop it open. Front board, back board, front board. There we go. Hinges open. So the camera's in there pretty good. Let's get it to pop out maybe. There we go. ODRVM. So let's remove the little. Actually, we're gonna leave that on for the time being while we look over, just in case I drop it. I am drop happy. Overall, weight-wise, by the camera itself, it's lightweight. It's not too bad. It is the same charging setup as what you would have for your Android phones. It's not the old school. It's not the old school like the GoPros have, where you have that fat USB, well, the micro USB, but it's thicker than that. PC camera, mass storage, so you can use it as a webcam. Take that out for now. Turn it on. Power button. Power button's up front. Looks like we got a speaker up front as well. So 1080p, 30 frames per second. Let's go through the menu option here. Wi-Fi on. Password's pretty generic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's press up to return. Power button. We're going to bring up the menu with the power button. Menu. Nope. Camera. No image. There's our menu. Alright, so resolution, time lapse, capture mode. What's in capture mode? Single 33-second timer. Alright, so that's your timer. Cyclic record. HDR, motion detection, auto, date stamping, image size. What's image size set to? 12 megapixels. Quality. We're going to go fine. We want quality to be as high as possible, obviously. Sharpness. So you can adjust the sharpness, white balance, color, ISO, exposure, anti-shaking. Let's turn that on. Language, date, auto power off, deep sound, TV mode, screensaver. So they got screensavers. Frequency. We can rotate it. Car mode. What's car mode say? Off on, just off on. I'm not sure what car. That may be impact detection. So the Wi-Fi password. It looks like we may be able to change those. License, no set. I'm not sure what that one does. Delete, format, default settings, and version. Alright, so let's power this off. Let me go find an SD card that's 32 gig. I think I have one in my PlayStation Portable. Alright, let's go see. No, it is not there. I may have it in the GoPro itself, so we're going to have to grab one out of the GoPro to test it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it real quick. We'll get some video quality or image put up. I've got a little bit of dirt on mine. I don't know if that was there previously from the manufacturer or what. Or it could have just been me setting it down, I'm not sure. But we're going to throw an SD card in here. We're going to test it out. We're going to see how it looks, the quality of the video and everything else. See if we can get the, I don't know where my knife went. There we go, popped it. So battery, So, battery compartment, everything's, you know, what you would expect so far. But I want to see what the quality of the image is, so we're going to focus on that. We'll peel off all the lens protection, we'll get some video, see how it looks in the light, how it looks in the dark, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we're going to do a quick test. This is 1080p quality here. We'll see how well it looks on something stupid and close like this. And we'll go from there. But see if it picks it up decent. We'll get close. And this is average lighting. Alright guys, so here's some video of outside in the daylight with a car moving. That way you can get an idea of at least, you know, just how well it picks up outside light and movement. Inside, messing with it, I found that it is darker. It comes through darker than it is supposed to. So rooms that are average lit seem dim. Dim rooms seem really dark. If you're in a dark room, it is pretty much done. So the lighting quality for the capture, you may have to turn up the brightness basically when you're capturing. There are a couple settings to adjust the contrast and everything, the brightness levels. That way you can capture a little bit more light. Normal outdoor video on a nice lit day comes out fairly well for a $50 camera. No complaints on that one. 60 frames per second would be ideal, but for the price point, 30 frames should cut it for most of your needs. The only other issue I've found messing with this so far is that the files are set up in MOV files, so they're not compatible with Windows. QuickTime and Apple have stopped support with that, so you need to be able to convert these files to MP4 files to be able to go through and use them in something like After Effects or any other program that requires you to use an MP4 and not MOV. Other than that, if you were looking for a budget camera, this should meet the needs without breaking the bank, without, you know, being $400 or $500 into a high-end camera. This should get the job done. Go ahead and check out the rest of the video. You can see its image stabilization is not too bad while it's running around. The car does vibrate a little bit, but it gives you an idea of what it's doing. Hey, I love titties. On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being you've known about my love for titties for a long time. 1 being that you've never known that I have a titty fetish. What would you rate your knowledge of my titty love at?
11.
11. Oh, I can justify that. Why didn't you let him cross? That's very impolite. Inconsiderate polite. So look, the Boston Nader. But it's fine. I think I got hit by a